Lassa fever, a viral hemorrhagic disease identified for the first time in 1969, is no more a strange disease in Nigeria. What's strange is the pattern of occurrence in the last 2 years. At the last count in March, the head of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, put 2018 figures at 365 confirmed cases and 78 deaths in 18 states. Given how widespread it is and how early in the year it is happening, this year is already being described as the worst ever for Lassa fever.
The biology of the infection has changed. That is worrisome. And we're talking to some of our scientists to say, look, what are we dealing with? And in my last discussion, they claimed one type of the virus. We no longer have it. We are seeing type 2 and 3. The case fatality that used to be about 10% has moved up to about 20–25%.
Unfortunately, this dismal situation meets with challenges in the health sector.
Over 60% of our human resources are in Lagos and Abuja. And the rest have little to cope with.
Another cause for concern is the vulnerability of health workers to the disease. So far, about 14 health workers in 6 states have been affected and 4 have died, 3 in Ebonyi State and 1 in Kogi State. Several strategies have been proposed to meet the new challenge, like building new reference laboratories.
At the beginning of this year, we had only 2 labs in the country that could make this diagnosis: the Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital and the Lagos University Teaching Hospital. We've just added a 3rd one, the National Reference Lab in Abuja, and we're in the process of adding a 4th one in Ebonyi, in Abakaliki. And we are promising that if we work together, we shall achieve a lab in the next 12 months.
An old but effective technique is treatment by a process of elimination, as has been taught in many states, including Ebonyi, where there have been 56 confirmed cases.
Before you treat malaria, confirm that it's malaria. Before you treat typhoid fever, confirm that it's typhoid fever. It's not like when a patient presents with fever, you first treat for malaria clinically. And after 1 week, the person is still having fever. You start treating typhoid. You lose 2 weeks.
Whenever you have any avenue, you can share.
This is a training of 60 frontline workers from primary healthcare centers in high-risk local government areas of Bauchi State, where 3 people lost their lives to the disease. But if the reaction of residents is anything to go by, more of this is needed, and quick.
Due to some explanation, they say that Lassa fever is a very dangerous fever, but that's all I know.
A ray of hope seems to be peeking through the clouds, even though there have been so many casualties.
We've seen our 3rd week of week-to-week reduction in the number of cases. So we're very hopeful that we're coming to the end of this outbreak, but at the same time, we are not at the end yet.
Other precautions to take in order to see the end of this outbreak sooner rather than later is for doctors to always wear personal protective equipment when treating cases, for residents to keep their surroundings clean and rodent-free, and wash their hands often. For The Big Story, Mary Alale Yusuf.